I'm going to show you how you can build a Skool community from scratch, step by step. And this is one of the fastest growing platforms right now. You guys may have heard Alex Hormozi promote the heck out of it. And I think there's like 100,000 new members or even more at this point in the last week. So I'm going to just walk you guys through how you actually start it, the just basics behind starting a community. Because after literally working with some of the biggest communities on the platform, making millions of dollars for my clients, and personally generating almost $500,000 for myself, I realized there's not even a single tutorial that shows you how to start a community in a really just like straightforward, simple way. So that's what I'm going to do. Let me just minimize the screen right here. So these are kind of I think it's like 7 steps that I've outlined. So step 1, what we'll be covering is just how you figure out the actual promise of your community. Then we're going to get into the actual build of your community and starting that membership. How you design your about page, your copy, your VSL. And if you guys don't know this already, you probably do if you're watching this, but I'm a copywriter. So most of my clients on Skool, I do their copywriting for their marketing, for their Skool about page, for their Skool posts, etc. And that's how I actually started making money on Skool. So I launched a community back in February of last year, right when Alex Hormozi started promoting it. And since then, I've won the Skool games, helped 4 other people win the Skool games, and I've worked with some of the biggest communities on there, like I said. So I'm coming at this from a marketing perspective, but also just like a building perspective, because I've built my own communities. I've also built communities from scratch for my clients. So hopefully this can help you even if you're brand new or if you're a little more advanced, because I'm coming in here with a marketing perspective. I'm going to help you make your first Skool post, outline the classroom, set up automations, and then get members. And just to break that down, and I think it didn't keep all my comments. The other one was YouTube. That's one of the ways you're going to get people in there, joining other communities, and then organic from Skool. So there's a couple other ways with warm traffic, which I'll talk about, but let's go to step 1, which we'll actually do on here. And then there's some settings I'll get into just to walk you guys through. So this video might be long, but it's going to literally take you through everything you need to do in sequential order. So I would pause it as you watch and then go and implement on it so that you actually get the most out of everything in here. And number 1 is going to be actually the foundation that all of your copy and who you're actually targeting is based on. It's determined what your promise is. And so this is niche specific, right? You could have a community about fitness, and then your promise might be something like lose 10 pounds, and you're probably going to say something like without some unwanted process, like maybe extreme diets. So let's just do that, without extreme diets. Or maybe your promise is in the money niche, and maybe it's learn how to find your first real estate property and get it funded. I don't know. I'm not really in the real estate space, but that could be an example of a promise. Another one, let's say it's one guy I worked with, he was an optician. So it could be something like get the step by step. And these are just some examples that hopefully will spark some ideas for you guys. Step-by-step roadmap to bringing on more patients as an optician. And now, just for reference, I've had clients pay me between $3,000 and $10,000 to build their Skool communities, and I've had people pay me $1,000 just to come up with this 1 sentence promise. This is a really, really valuable part of your community, because everything else you do, as you can probably imagine, is going to be based around this promise. So anyways, right, let's pick one of these. I'm going to go with fitness, and I'm actually going to build an entire community around the fitness niche, because I think this niche pretty much is the most universal one. It's very much relatable to everything else. So you can kind of take this promise and customize it to make money, customize it to some kind of a health offer, customize it to maybe a dating if you're a relationship coach, something like that. There's literally so many communities on Skool, which I'll show you in a second. But we need to come up with this first. So for the community I'm going to build today, I'm actually going to build it for my mom, who is a personal trainer. She's never sold online. She's never built any type of online membership, never built a community, doesn't know how to use Skool, etc. She used it as a member, but she doesn't know how to build a community. So this is a really great example because we're starting from scratch here, right? All right, so for her promise, I'm going to think about the avatar. So this is what you should list out. Who's your avatar? And by avatar, I mean your perfect client. Then let's say process and dream outcome. And maybe pain point. Those are the key things that I like to outline in any piece of copy that I write. So I'm just going to make this box a bit wider. So avatar. So my mom, she's going to target other women because that's just naturally going to be easier for her to work with women. And she's going to target women, let's say over the age of 40. I think that would be good because that's a very niche audience, meaning that it's not going to attract every single person interested in fitness, but it will strongly resonate with the women that are actually over the age of 40. All right, so women over the age of 40, typically moms looking to lose 10 to 20 pounds. Let's actually say 5 to 20, because I feel like that's pretty common, that like a lot of women, it's not necessarily a huge transformation, but let's say 5 to 20 pounds and build muscle for the long term. Okay, this is still kind of vague, but like you want to start with something. Your promise can be vague starting out. We'll make it more concrete as we go. Process. It's going to be combination of bar workouts, all natural diet ideas, and what else? Bar workouts, and let's say like endurance / cardio training. My mom's a big fan of biking, so we can incorporate that somehow. Dream outcome, women hit their ideal weight, go down 1 to 2 dress sizes, and feel stronger, plus naturally wake up earlier with energy. So this is super long. Again, this is something we'll refine as we get. All right, the pain point. They are, let's say, bouncing around from diet to diet. Let's just fix that spelling there, because OCDs bother me. Diet to diet, not seeing results that last. And maybe, how deep do we want to go with the emotional stuff? I try to stay away from anything too wishy-washy when it comes to copywriting. So we want to be super objective here. So maybe they can't fit into their favorite outfits and find themselves uncomfortable at the gym. So this niche is not so much that they lack the time, because a lot of her clients would probably be retired, but it's more so that they just like lack the process, potentially lack the skill set, and lack the accountability. So I'm going to also list that here. So accountability, and I'm going to say something like, let's make this a no-brainer offer. So let's say daily check-ins, and then let's say step-by-step workouts, and let's say weekly diets, weekly masterminds, and then weekly live workouts. So basically what I've done here is a lot more than just one sentence, but I've just brain dumped everything that we're going to help her target avatar with. So if your community is, let's say, about public speaking, your process is probably going to be more like, maybe you're doing some calls where you do role play. Maybe you have some exercises that you have your students do where they're building confidence. Maybe you have some books that they have to read. Maybe they've got to record some videos and post them in the community to get reviewed by the class. Maybe you've got a presentation that they have to do at the end of like a 6-week program. Maybe you have an in-person event or something like that. And that might be your process to get them comfortable speaking on stage. Maybe there's a component even where you help them book a like paid speaking gig. Not sure. That would be like a no-brainer offer to me. But we've come up with the actual promise, which is setting the foundation. Now we're going to go ahead and start the school membership. All right. So let's head over to school. And if you go to like the schoolers community, which is where like a lot of the school ads are going to send you, so this is probably what you're seeing. This is what it's going to look like. All right. And they've got like VSL here. We're not going to watch that. But what we're going to do is we're going to go up here and we're going to go create a community. All right. So Sam Evans invited you. Let's actually see if I can get my own affiliate here. So let's go from my free community. By the way, just want to show you guys this. This is how you can go and discover other communities, and you'll see this list at the top shows you all the different kinds of communities here: music, money, spirituality, tech, health, sports, self-improvement, etc. All right, now we can also click here, create your own. Now I'm like in some random ladies community. I don't know why. So let's go back to my community so that when I share this community with my mom, it's referred by me. Cool. Create. And now I'm going to go and set it up for the $9 membership. You're going to see these two options. One's $9 and one is $99. and you can see the list right here of the different features. So this is kind of important. Like if my mom keeps this $9 hobby community, everyone that sees or everyone that joins her community is going to see I believe it's 5 other communities that are recommended to her, which means that, technically like some of those communities might steal some of her leads. That's probably not going to happen too much, but what I would be more like concerned about is this 10% transaction fee. So if she processes $100, then that's like $10 she's losing out of that. Whereas the 2.9% transaction fee is, as you guess, $2.90. Not too bad. But yeah, like there's a couple different things here. Unlimited members, unlimited courses. They had to give you that. But the one admin, that's kind of sad because, she may want to outsource this at some point. So these are just things to consider. You can always upgrade down the line. So right now we're going to start here. And we've got to come up with a group name. So let's see, what's a group name that would be good? I think she's got something like more Fit Life, I believe. Let's just call this like Fit Life. Start free trial. See what happens. All right, and now it's going to take you to the setup page, and it's just got like everything is blank right now. And we're going to go ahead and go back to that Figma board, and let's see what's next on the list. So you started your membership, right? Now, design the about page, copy, and the VSL. All right. So let's go back here. We already signed up. So here we go. So we're gonna start with the copy. Remember that promise that we just came up with. Let's just go grab that really quick because we wrote down a couple things. So lose 10 pounds without extreme diets. It's gonna be something along those lines, but we're probably gonna tweak that a bit. So put that here. They want to lose, let's say 5 to 20 pounds, gain muscle at the same time, and avoid extreme diets. So this is now the part of the about page where we want to create some credibility. So I don't know what my mom would say here, but I know she's like got a lot of certifications. So I've personally worked in the health and fitness space for years. Lost, I don't know if this is true, like it might have been less, but it's around 20 pounds after 5 kids. And yeah, I have a lot of siblings, by the way. And now I've created this community to help other women build back the body of their 20s. So she's going to obviously change this, but like this is, you just want to get this in writing so then you can go and edit it after. So now you're going to go and you're going to write what they get inside the community. So you saw we already outlined that on the Figma board. So let's go grab that really quick. So that's over here. And we're just going to copy that. And then we're going to go back. What you get inside the community, paste that. Accountability. Okay, so let's just do some bullet points. Sweet. Let's do a bonus. 15-minute one-on-one game plan chat with me. Join now. Now this is a CTA. And unlock your personalized fitness roadmap to feel young, look fit, and love your body. This is kind of vague, but that's the point. Like I said, we're going to rewrite some of this. So I want to go back to the promise now because that's the most important part. So I want to lose 5 to 20 pounds, gain muscle at the same time, and avoid extreme diets. Personally worked in the health and fitness space for years. Okay. Accountability, blah, 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 blah. This is a place for you to come to daily, lock in on your goals, and start seeing progress week 1. Okay. Inside the community, we're going to just put a comma here. You'll get, I'm going to actually put the step-by-step workouts first. So a little note on bullet lists is people read the first and the last thing on your bullet. So this and this one. So we want the first and last to be the best. Step-by-step workouts that you can do from home and outside. Accountability, daily check-ins to keep you on track and set new goals. Weekly, not weekly diets, like weekly recipes that take 20 minutes or less. Let's call this weekly calls to meet group, optional, and share your progress. Now, I said optional. I wouldn't normally say that for a make money community, but because this is fitness, some people may be insecure sharing their goals just because it is like a more sensitive type thing, I think. So yeah, the weekly live workouts, I think that's really valuable. Every Saturday. Cool. And then let's like put in all caps, free 15-minute one-on-one game plan chat with me. Let's call this a goal setting chat. Cool. All right, so now we're going to save that. Sweet. So we got this. Now what I'm actually going to do is copy it and let's go back to FigJam. Let's copy it into here just so we have it saved. And by the way, guys, I don't pay anything for this, for FigJam. Like you can get FigJam. Don't let that be an excuse. Like you don't have to, but it does help you map out some of this stuff. Just so it's all in one place. The other way I've done it for clients in the past is like I'll just go and make a Google Doc. So, okay. What did I do? Sweet. Okay, so step 3, we also have to do the VSL. So for the VSL, I'm just going to start like writing out in here a script. And then this is going to be something that I sent to my mom to record. But normally you'd be writing this for yourself. In the next, I'm writing this totally from scratch. But this is how I always write my VSLs as a copywriter. So in the next 2 minutes, I'm going to show you how you can build back the energy and body you had before kids. I'm a mom of 5 kids, and I've been obsessed. So I'm just gonna, I don't know if you guys want to actually watch me write this live. If you don't, just like skip 5 minutes ahead. So I've been obsessed with fitness since I was a teenager. Now I'm in my 50s. And trust me, it doesn't look the same. If you're raising kids or potentially busy with work, you already know how tough it can get. But that's not actually your fault or your schedule's fault. It's likely creating a common enemy here. The result of years of hearing lies sold to you by the fitness and weight loss industry. I'm here for the women who want to build real strength without having to eat disgusting foods or take unnatural supplements. Your life was meant to be lived, and this fitness approach, can't even see what I'm typing. This fitness approach is built around your schedule. Jeez, did not spell that right. Built around your schedule and your goals. And no, this isn't to say you can get fit without changing thing or putting work in. But it is to say you can build muscle while having fun, and you can lose fat while eating what you love. Okay, I've got like a foundation period, so I have to like build her story in here. So join now. It's totally free. We're excited to meet you. I actually want to say something about it's totally free. You have nothing to lose, and we're excited to meet you. I also have a special bonus, which is only for the first 30 members, where you'll get a voucher to redeem a personal training session with me. So hop in before. There we go. Now I can always go back and change the numbers and stuff, but this is the general script. So now this is a good place where we can tell her story. So I studied ballet and used to dance in college. That industry was tough. I spent years of my life following extreme diets and watching my classmates literally starve themselves. Fast forward to my 30s. I had 5 kids. Oh gosh, how many years was it? It was like in 10 years. And put on, I'm not sure how much, so let's just fill the gap here. I had to buy new clothes and generally just felt uncomfortable going about any type of workout. But I wanted to get back the strength and confidence I had in my 20s. So I started biking, kayaking, and doing fun things that I didn't even realize were shaving off the extra fat. Before I knew it, I was as thin as my 20-year-old daughter. I feel like timeline-wise, this doesn't really make sense because it sounds like it took her 20 years to do this. Whatever, we'll highlight that. Let's just say this. Flash forward to now. with abs, strong legs, and plenty of energy to go biking with my husband and enjoy this beautiful. Now, I'm keeping in mind exactly who we're appealing to with this kind of VSL. So remember, like, this is a fitness offer that is targeting women, and there's a lot more emotion involved in a fitness offer, especially when it's targeting women, than I would probably put into my own copywriting VSL, which you guys can kind of see if you want to look at that. But yeah, like, I wouldn't talk about this beautiful world or enjoying nature if I was writing my own VSL. But okay, we've got the VSL. That did not take long, because what I'm doing is I'm just kind of brain dumping here. So you guys can copy that format if you want to just take the transcript from this video. Just go use like YouTubetranscriber.com or whatever it's called. All right, now we're going to build graphics. This is the fun part. This is where I use Canva, and I've got some of my mom's pictures in here. And I'm going to basically just build her out some graphics. And I've got templates for this, which if you guys want to check out the templates that I have, I'll just show you really quick where you can find those. So let's go back here. How do I go back to schoolers? Okay, so I've got these templates that I built after building multiple communities for clients in every industry, from fitness to like bodybuilding to like make money offers, real estate, dating, relationships, like all sorts of clients. You'll actually see them if you go onto the schoolers page and you look at some of the popular communities. You'll recognize some of their about page graphics, because like I said, I've worked with some of the biggest the biggest people on this platform. So anyways, school graphics, it's in my page community right here. And this is what we're going to be pulling some ideas from for my mom. All right, anyways, let's go back to this. Let's go to projects, and it should be in my recents because I just worked on it recently. And I added new graphics just based on what I've seen like work a lot recently. So I'm gonna add this one. I'm gonna add this one. I'm gonna go. These will add in a second. I'm gonna add this one, and then I'm gonna add this one. Cool, that should be enough. And now I'm also going to add her classroom graphics, which this. There we go. Sweet. Okay, now let's just zoom out really quick so you can see everything here. All right, and you guys can feel free, obviously, just to go copy this stuff. Now we're going to customize it to her colors, and I'm going to do this all really quick. So you can see I've just customized this. I changed the colors a bit, joined FitLife, changed the name, and then added some of her deliverables here. I'm going to make these like a little bit bigger, so I'm going to make them like 20 font size. Cool. And yeah, I think that's good. I'm going to actually make this like 19.5. Cool. So now we just need to change this color, make it the same. So we should have that gradient right here. Sweet. The only thing I want to do is I want to like swap the order of these colors. So you can do this really easy in Canva. Just go like that. Because it'll just look really cool then when we like blend them together on the about page, which I'll show you guys in a second. Okay, so I've just done a bit of copywriting and customized the step-by-step guide here. So it's join, connect, systems, get fit. And so, yeah, basically, like, I think this should just be like a roadmap. But basically, I'm just like outlining kind of what they're going to do from step 1 to step 4, I guess. And the first step just being join. Now we need to go ahead and put some like customized pictures of my mom, which I've already uploaded here. So she's got like this one, which I think is great because it's like her biking. And then let's just see if we can find like a fitness plan and see what comes up. And because this is like good for now, like to be a placeholder. Again, a lot of this stuff you can go in and tweak, but like my goal is to get you launched as fast as possible so you can start making money. And then you come back and you can customize this with results you've gotten for clients as you go, or you can go ahead and like just like make the graphics your own. If you want to build something more custom. And obviously you have to be careful with what you're using and like know your own laws and stuff as far as like what graphics you can use to sell with. So keep all that in mind. But let's see, can we find something that's like, maybe we just search fitness. Something like this work? I mean, that could work now. I want to do something more like this, but I want it to be a woman. So let's see if we can find that. Cool. All right, I just found like an actual picture for now. Now, after 20 pounds myself, and then we're going to do this with that while building muscle and spending time with my family. I'm going to personally help you do this. This is just going to be something generic. Fitness should be fun. All right, and now let's make this background the same color as the other ones. Let's go. There we go. So this is roughly like the order we're going to put it in. Also think this could be like slightly bigger. And then we can make this just like an and sign. Maybe we can make that like blue. So one, we need to just like make the colors behind this lighter. Let's do some type of a light blue. Okay, so step one, join. And let's map out your personalized plan. Let's make this a bit darker. All right, guys, so literally all I did was like customize some of the colors for the About page. I'm going to download those and then we'll take care of the classroom stuff after. So download, let's just unselect there all of these classroom things because those have to be customized a bit more. Okay, done, download. And now what you're going to do is go back over to school. You're going to go to the community, upload, and then this should show up in your downloads. Let's see, hasn't downloaded yet. There we go. No. Okay, now it's there. So let's go here, add that. Amazing. Now we're going to add the second one, which is a step-by-step graphic. Cool. This one. All right, so we have now added all of them. So it just kind of goes through her whole roadmap. And now we need like a cover photo. So we have to go back to Canva and create that really quick. And I'm going to add a page here. And I'm just going to take this. I believe I have her logo in Canva. So this is her logo here. So let's just do that. Background remover. Make that a bit bigger. Okay, so this is going to be what I use for the icon. And then don't worry if you're confused as to like what's the icon versus the thumbnail. I'm going to show you in a second. More Fit Life. That will be the icon. But then in this one, I'm just going to add text and I'm just going to write it out, keep it simple, and I'm just going to call it Fit Life. Like More Fit Life is her personal training business name. And so this one's got to be slightly different. This is just going to be simple. But let's try and keep it in like that color scheme, I guess, with the blues. So a dark one there. Okay, now let's download these two. Let's just do current. Done. Download. Okay, now I'm back over here. I'm gonna go upload cover photo. First, I'm gonna change the icon, which is gonna be, oh, let's go back. Oh, weird. Okay, why is it didn't download the right one. All right, I wound up just getting some screenshots because it was like not downloading. So let's go here, add the screenshot. We can zoom in a little bit. Sweet, save. Now that's gonna add that to all of her like icons. And then this will be like the thumbnail, which people only see this if they actually click on her community, or if they see it in Discovery, they'll see that as well. Okay, group description. A place for women 40 plus to learn fitness, or yeah, to learn to get consistent progress on their fitness goals. Kind of vague, but again, like I said, we will change that when it makes sense. So see, that's there now. We got this, that. We got this about page. Oh, no, we don't want to delete it. Now, let's go back to that Figma because we've built out all of the graphics. Now it's time to make our first post. So this is actually super simple. What we're going to do is we're going to type start here. Welcome. Welcome. And I've got some templates for this, so I'm just going to kind of go from memory, but welcome to the ultimate community for moms to get on track with their fitness goals and build muscle without hours in the gym. As many of you know, I'm a mom of 5 who spends a lot of time outdoors and with my kids. I didn't have hours to spend on workout machines or training in a gym. Which is why I'm so obsessed with practical fitness routines that actually get you results. Because extreme workouts are tough to stick with. Getting started. Go to the start here module in the classroom. Don't worry if you don't have anything in the classroom. That's the point. I don't either in this community. So we write this first and we'll come back to it too. Book your 15-minute goal setting call here. Upgrade here if you want one-on-one personal training. So excited to see you all in my next live workout. You're closer than you think to your goals. Cheers. There. All right, cool. Let's add a poll. What's your main goal right now? This will give her a lot of good data to potentially upsell members because right now this is a free community, right? So option 1, lose fat. Option 2, build muscle. Option 4, find like-minded women. Option 5, get more energy. Okay, So right now there's nobody in this community. So that's literally just like a start here post. No one's in here at the moment. But it's going to set the guidelines for everyone. So I'm about to go hop on a call and then I'm going to come back to building this community. So we've got just about everything set up. We've got the graphics in the about page, the copy, start here post, VSL scripted. So we can pretty much start promoting it now technically because everything like customer facing is there. The branding, the promise, all that is put together. And now there's just a couple things. We're going to put together the classroom. We're going to put together a couple other things that I've laid out on the Figma board. So let's go and pull that up. So we've got the Figma here and I want to just make sure. Let's see what step we're on here. We got the graphics, we got the first post. Now we're on step 6, which is outline the classroom. And I'm actually going to just do this inside of school because I think it's easy this way. So let's go over here. Let's go to classroom. There's currently nothing here. And remember when I showed you guys the extra graphics we have at the bottom here? This is where we're going to use these. So start here is good to go. Now we just need to name this. So masterclass is going to be, let's just call it the fat loss masterclass. And then let's call this the toning masterclass. So it's kind of like they lose the fat and then they tone up their muscle. Sounds pretty good. Unlock 1 could be like top, let's do easy recipes. Let's just move this over. Easy recipes. Unlock 2 can be live workouts. Call recordings. Oh no, let's do recorded workouts because we'll do the live workouts in this recording section. So now I'm going to download this really quick. Let's download all the pages except for the first 5. Okay, or the first 6 rather. Done. Download. Now we can grab those. Cool. Okay, so first course is going to be our start here. So let's just go and let's start by actually uploading this picture. So we've got the start here, and we're literally just going to name this course start here. And now this is just very simple. Like this is not overly complex, guys. The reason we're calling this start here is because we're going to put some essential videos just to kind of set expectations. We want everyone to watch the stuff in this module first. And so we're just going to call it start here. And the description is watch these videos to get started. So simple. I'm keeping everything very elementary. Now, before I go and put the next module in, I'm just going to outline about 3 videos. That way, like, I know what's kind of going in here. I want to we're just going to do these in pages. There's something called pages, and then I believe the other thing is folders. We don't need multiple folders because this is such a short module. So, video 1 is literally going to be called the same thing, start here. And in this video, I'm just going to put a little description. Here's everything you need to get the most out of this course. Exclamation point. Sweet. Let's just take that extra H out. Save. So a video will go there, and then we'll do another video. So let's do add page. So this is going to be where we teach them how to use School. And also, let me just put here, we're going to put a link. Here's the School. Why can I not spell app link? There we go. Save. Now that's expectations because if your members are not using the School app, they're just going to be less active in general. They're going to be harder to upsell. They're going to interact with your course less. They're going to engage less. It's just overall going to basically hurt the quality of your course because they're not going to be using School as much. They're not going to be actually seeing your posts. Now, this is going to be probably, we want to like get things started. I don't really like the courses where there's a whole bunch of mindset stuff at the beginning. So I'm thinking really quick. This is fitness course. People are coming in here. They want to lose their first pounds. Let's just do like 5 habits to start seeing results. So something really easy to digest. 5 habits. And then we'll put a video there. And then let's say the next one is going to be like a story one. Add page. How I lost 20 pounds. So this is where we would put a story. So there's literally just going to be 3 videos, and I'm going to go back to here and I'm going to create a new course. So you saw how simple that was. I did not spend a ton of time, not overthinking any of this stuff, because it's all stuff that you can edit. And now we're going to go to the fat loss masterclass. This is going to be a bit longer, so I'm going to spend some time outlining this and then show you guys sort of like what we end up with. So same thing, I'm just going to actually, it's unlike a YouTube video, you're actually just going to name the title the same thing as your thumbnail most times. So let's put the step by step fat loss. And that's it. Let's just make it simple. All right, so now we're on page 1. So in this scenario, I'm actually going to create a folder. So I'm going to do like week 1, add. Then I'm going to add another folder. I'm going to call it week 2, add. I'm going to do another folder, call it week 3. And hypothetically, let's just say this is a 4-week fat loss. I know fat loss for a 20-pound fat loss transformation would take way longer than 4 weeks, but just for simplicity's sake, we can always come in and add stuff later. So this is going to be this is basically going to be a very easy to follow sequential course. Now I'm going to go and add a bunch of pages. So I'm going to say, let's do like 4 videos per week. I think that's a good amount. That's like, or let's do 5. And there's one that they can watch every single day. All right. So we're going to go ahead and add those to every week. All right, so I have just gone ahead and added 5 pages to every single week, and you can see we can just easily kind of like condense these so that we're not looking at all of them. But for week 1, we're going to go ahead and just name these. We're not putting any videos in, but this is the actual outline. So I'm going to go through and come up with some ideas, and then I will come back to this. All right, boom. We just outlined 4 weeks of courses. If you guys want to check these out more, I guess just join the community. But I'm going to go and do the same thing. So we're going to create another course. This one, I believe, is the toning masterclass. That's what we just created in the graphics. So we're going to write that out. Step by step videos to build muscle and tone up. Now let's upload this one. Cool. Let's see. And these should all look like nice together. Let's make sure that that line, yeah, that kind of like squiggly line works. Cool. Now let's go back into the toning masterclass. We're gonna make this 3 weeks, I think, because I feel like it doesn't need quite as long. So let's do week 1, add another one. Let's do week 2. And by the way, guys, I'm just going to these 3 little dots right here. Pretty easy. Week 3. School's very intuitive. So then you go to the 3 little dots on that folder to add the page. And then we're going to do, let's just do like 5 again, because I think that makes sense. And then we'll go about outlining that class and actually naming them. And like when I'm outlining a course, I like to just think in terms of like, what is the thought process of a total beginner? And then like, how can I solve each problem that they're going to encounter? So like step 1 might just be like getting some really good habits in place. Step 2 might be like, how do we maintain those habits? Maybe towards the end of the course, we're talking about like, how do you kind of speed up the results that you're seeing? Doing some mindset resets in the middle. But we want to make sure everything's super actionable. So you don't want to heavily rely on the mindset stuff because people tend to skip those videos. So, okay, I'm actually at the end. Let's go to week 1 and let's just name this one Intro to Week 1. Let's do mini masterclass on abs. And then that'll just be like a 20-minute video. Let's do mini masterclass on legs. So like week 1 is just kind of like giving them some information. And then, yeah, let's do this one just like mini masterclass on upper body. And maybe like if my mom's running this community, maybe she'll move like the legs to week 2 and like the upper body to week 3. That might make more sense. Let's see. Good supplements to take. intro to week 2. Workouts you can do. Go. Best beginner gym machines. Meals for muscle growth. Let's go to, and keep in mind guys, I'm not a fitness expert, so this is a rough outline based on like what I think people are going through, and then obviously like a fitness expert would change some of this stuff. But so let's do intro to week 3 for the first one, and then let's go to this one. Let's do increase your weight, and I mean like weights that they're lifting, not like their physical weight. Increasing protein, how to see more muscle definition. Let's just do like how diet determines muscle retention, just like how long your muscles last. Cool. I think that's pretty good. So now we're gonna go and we're gonna add this one. Easy recipes, and this is gonna be your super short course, like maybe 5 videos long, I'm thinking. Easy recipes. Let's call this page fat loss meals. And then let's do, this one will be fat loss snacks. And then we'll do one muscle growth meals, muscle growth snacks, and I think that'll be it. Right. Add page, and then muscle growth meals. Muscle snacks. Sweet. Kind of forgot what this one is. For workout, sweet. So this will just be blank for now because there's nothing in here. We could name some stuff though, I guess. So we'll just do like abs. Let's do like 15-minute abs. Let's do another page. It's like practical core strength. Let's do another page that's like legs. And then let's do one that's just like arms, I guess. Maybe one that's back. Back and shoulders. Sweet. All right. I think there's one more. I forget what it was. Oh, yeah. Like call recordings. So there will absolutely be nothing here. There we go. But this will look pretty nice now. You guys will kind of get to see the layout of the course. So we've got the community, we've got the classroom, we've got the about page. Let's see what's next. All right. So we've got the classroom, and now we want to set up some automations. All right. So this is where we start to make everything in the community actually work. So I'm going to head over here. So I'm in the settings, and you can see right now there's actually been 3 about page visitors, which is kind of cool. Has somebody joined? No. That would be crazy. But that is because of school. So I haven't promoted this group anywhere, and yet there's people visiting it, which is just like a really cool testament to school. And like, if you guys don't know this already, I think I said it earlier, but like, there's hundreds of thousands of people on this platform that own communities and millions of people that are just joining communities. And so school is sending communities traffic. Like, I get a lot of traffic organically from school for both paid clients and then like my free community. And so that's like something to think about, is that even if you don't have an audience, you'll get people from school visiting your page. Now, first thing I'm going to do is, oh, we can't do this. Okay, that's good to know. We cannot do auto DMs. All good. I'm actually not a big fan of auto DMs when you're small, because I think you should DM your community yourself. Okay. Unlock chat. I think that's fine. We don't need to do that. Unlock posting, membership questions. Can we do this? Yes, sweet. Let's add some questions. What is your fitness goal? And let's do multiple choice. Option 1, lose fat. Option 2, build strength. Option 3, get toned. I think that's pretty good. Maybe like get flexible. There's a community on school that like blew up because they have like flexibility offer. So what's another question? Let's just do like, what's your email? Text box. Oh, let's do email address. Add question. What's are you currently working out regularly? Multiple choice. Yes, all the time. I do non-traditional workouts. No, not yet. So we've got some options there. Cool. So that's how you add some membership questions. And basically, anytime somebody joins, they'll have to answer those questions. And that will just give us some information that then, if you are going to pitch them on a paid program, you can use that information. If not, you just get to know your members better. So, onboarding video, we don't really need that right now. This is some of the stuff that we'll want to basically use in the future. Right now, on this like hobby membership, we don't have a like access. We don't have any we don't have anything that's letting us like integrate emails or send them like email blasts. Like, basically, if we were to upgrade to pro, let's see if it just upgrades me. Cool, it did. So now I'm just going to show you guys, just for the fun of it, some of the things you can do. So we can add like a book a call link. So I'm going to go to my TidyCal really quick. And, or actually, you know what? I'm going to do this through my actual, I have 2 calendars. So let's just do this properly. So if you're using Go High Level, you go to calendars, and I'm going to add a new calendar because this would be for my mom. And I'm going to go ahead and call it, let's see. Oh, this is book an appointment. No, we need a calendar. And we're going to add a whole new calendar that just sends everything to her email, because obviously this is going to be my mom's community. So, let's see, round robin, schedule one-on-ones, yeah. So for now, we'll do it with Mary. That's my little sister. And let's just call this call with Dara. Let's make it 15 minutes. And let's say she'll do it every day except Sunday. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's just make it a little bit later. So like 11 a.m. to, can we do like 6 p.m.? Yeah. We will do 12 actually. p.m. to 6 p.m. Confirm. Oh. FitLife. Confirm. Okay, here's the link. Let's copy that. Let's just make sure this calendar works really quick, just because sometimes they don't. Sweet. Okay, that's what we wanted to see. And now I'm going to go back to school, and we're going to, oh, that's like my explore page. So this is all the communities that you would see if you were just on explore in the health community or in the health section. So now we're going to add a link. And again, we're in settings and we're in plugins. Strategy call. I'm going to make it public so everyone can see it. And then what is the other plugin that I want? Membership questions, onboarding video, Zapier. We're going to use the Zapier. Cancellation video is something she'll use like when she's actually got her own like content in here. We don't need the Metapixel just yet because we're not running any ads, and I don't plan on running any ads. So the Zapier integration is what's going to allow us to basically capture all the emails when they come in here. And yeah, like you can see, send paid members name and email to your CRM, membership questions, blah, blah, blah. So that's going to be super helpful as she's starting to do like some email blasts. But for simplicity's sake, right now, it's not really important. Right now, we just want to kind of like capture the actual members. But just to show you guys, like there's a whole training on this. It's like a really great way to be able to market to your members. And yeah, I just connect that to Go High Level. So it's really simple. You do new Zap, new paid member. Even though they're not technically paid, I don't really know why. That's like a concern. But yeah, you can see how simple this is. So that's another thing that we would set up. All right. Now, we've got an about page. Let's go back. We've got a course. Let's see what's next. Now, we've got to get some members. So guess what I'm going to do? This is the fun part, guys. This is where we actually grow the freaking community. All right? We've got everything here. We've got it locked down. I'm actually going to make the picture with my mom first. And I'm thinking about editing this graphic just to make it like a little bit bigger, a little bit more like clear, because I feel like the text, you kind of get lost. Also, I want this color to match her branding. These are the little tweaks that I go in. I would make these like after you're like 100% certain that you like your course, and then you go and you change some of the branding elements. Cool, so I like that better now. The other thing I wanted to change is I want to make this picture for bigger. Going to delete that. Going to... Okay. I'm going to actually just make there be one bit of text, because I think what that does is it just helps people know exactly what to focus on. All right, so this is going to be the bit of text. I'm going to make it bigger. After now, we've got something very clear here. Like, and I don't know if my mom's going to be a fan of this, because she's always talking about how ballet is such an extreme sport and it's not really healthy. So that's just like, she'll have to kind of either change that or, you know, be very clear with members that we're going to talk about like healthy ways to do this. Now I'm trying to figure out just how to make this text fit while also making it big enough that it's easy to read. Okay, so we need to get creative here. I think that could be its own line. Maybe we center this. Maybe we center all of the... And then let's just like change the coloring of some of these. Lose fat, build muscle. So it can be like lose fat, build muscle, This is weird. Sweet. This looks better. Cool. Okay. This is a lot clearer, I think. Actually, make it a little smaller. Let's just like put some kind of an effect on this. Sweet. Okay, now we're gonna make it way bigger, just because I think it like aesthetically that's gonna look better. Now let's download. We changed 2 of them, so let's just do current, and then let's just tweak. So we change this one, change this one. So let's download those. Okay. On the page here, I'm gonna just go ahead and upload those. So downloads. Let's see. Should have like 2 items. Okay, here we go. So let's add this one. Sweet. So we're gonna make this the first one. We're gonna go ahead and delete that one. And then we're going to just swap out that one that we changed, because I think it's a little bit clearer now. And I like that it has a picture of her, because we don't have a VSL right now, so it kind of just shows that she's human. Sweet. Let's just delete it from here. Cool. Now, what we want to do is go and let people know that we've got this. So, couple things is, let's just go back really quick to this Figma. So there's a few different ways to do this, and I've just left a comment. So it's like join other communities, YouTube, and then organic from school. All right, so we know our avatar, we know their dream outcome. We've got the VSL script. Let's see, was there anything else that we missed in the settings? We got the AutoDAM, Zapier, JHL, we talked about pricing, posting categories, bio links. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? So my mom has like a website, and she's never promoted it, so she's never sold one of these, but I think these are great that we can just add to the free community. So she does like a 50-minute session for $85, which is insanely cheap for a personal trainer. So I'm going to say 50-minute. Oh, why are we all caps? 50-minute training session. Let's work out live one-on-one. Now, I don't think we've connected anything bank-wise, so it's probably not going to let me actually make a price for this. But let's see. We'll come and like deal with that when we get to it, basically. And then we'll add a link. One-on-one training session. Let's just do pop-ins. Let's see what's on her website that maybe we could just kind of like steal from. She's got a lot of kind of just like generic pictures that I want to help make a little more personalized, but let's use this one for now. So let's do a little screenshot. go back over to Canva. Use let's just like put like this in a bit of a filter that makes it kind of fit with the other color theme. And then let's go download current. It never seems to download the first time on Canva. I always have to do that like click here thing. So I'm just gonna do that. Then let's go back over here, upload that picture, downloads. There we go. Awesome. Save. So buy now. Let's make this $85. Let's add that. Okay, currently didn't create an issue, so we can do that. Sweet. Okay, so now we've got something paid in here. So the only other thing that we didn't really set up was like pricing. So we would have to basically go and connect our bank account through Stripe. So there's no payouts right now. It would just be as simple as like fixed payout issue, and then it would take us to like Stripe. We would put all this information in, etc., and then we'd be good to go. But we're now on the phase where we're gonna like send some traffic here. So also, I think we can like customize our link. Let's see. Let's see if we can make it just fit life. Yeah, let's claim that. I think that's, or can we do like fit women? I like that. Let's claim it. Okay, we've got, oh, we're on a trial account right now, so I guess we can't yet. But once that trial is over, we can. Cool. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this URL here. I'm going to go over to my free community. This is just one example. But like I'm going to write a post basically announcing the free community and kind of giving some information on it that's valuable to this community, which is a marketing community. So when you're writing about your community, you just have to make it relevant to the community you're posting in. Like if it's not valuable to that community, then you're just basically going and you're promoting your stuff. And you don't want to do that. But what you do want to do is have like either a good question or a good takeaway that you can share with people. So for this, I'm going to be like, it's this easy to launch a community. Just built a community and thought you guys, let's just start with thought you guys might like this. Decided to build a community. It took me less than 20 minutes to create the graphics, about 10 minutes to script the VSL, and maybe 10 minutes to outline the course. How? I've studied what works in the top communities. Here's a breakdown. So now I'm gonna like add some value. I'll make a little joke here. Feel free to steal this. Um, after studying the top communities on school. There's just a couple things they all have in common. So my graphics literally took 20 minutes in Canva. Behind classroom content and copy, there's one clear promise. Note, I built this community for my mom, who's a personal trainer. So the promise is to help other women achieve a dancer's physique. Pretty specific. But the main thing, here's what I mean. Everything went down on paper before I even thought about. So you see how I'm like making this relevant to a marketing community instead of like just talking about what I built. I want to promote this community, but I need to do it in a way that I'm not going to get deleted, right? So obviously I won't get deleted because it's my own community. But like if you were posting in another community about marketing, you'd have to make it relevant to a marketing community. Before I even thought about trying to perfect it. I never write copy good round one. I get my thoughts out. By the time most people have decided on a promise, I've already rebuilt a community and perfected the marketing strategy 3 times over. Speed is. So now this is where you'd want to like give them a reason to join. So you could say like, I'm just going to work with 10 people. If you want to be one of those people, join now. I'm going to say something funny. About to transfer ownership of this community to my mom. It's a surprise. So join here. If you want to support her. Go crazy. We need to give them some value. So go crazy, make mistakes, and get them all on paper. All right. I'm going to do just like a picture of the community. So, and my mom. Let's see, what do we got here? These are all classroom. Do we have the... Sweet. Let's just post this. Do achievements, and we'll post. And boom, like we're gonna get members just from that. Next step to take this further would be YouTube and then some organic school posts. But guys, it's literally that simple to go and build an entire community. So let's go back to this community. We've got the logo, we've got the thumbnail, we've got a description, we've got the link to the call, so she'll start getting calls booked for her paid services. We've got this value stack here. We've got boom, boom, boom. Next thing she'll do is add a proof graphic. We've got a whole description. And now we're about to get some of our first members, which is just super, super cool to see. Like, it can happen so quick. You literally, like, just go and get everything on paper. Go and, like, put together the graphics. Go and brainstorm for the VSL, record a version of it. If you don't like it, you can re-record it. But it's better to get a bad version up than to have nothing there at all. And that's what I'm going to tell my mom. I'm going to be like, here's the script. Follow it. If you mess up, that's fine. We'll re-record it. But it's better to have something there than to have nothing, because people are now looking at your page. Like, we already had 3 views in just, like, a few hours. We had people going and looking at the page. So now we're going to start getting conversions. We're going to start getting people inside the community. She's going to start coaching. I've got to go transfer ownership to her, figure out how to do that. That might be interesting for this video. But I think it's something in the settings, like transfer ownership. It's gotta be like something over here. Okay, this is what I forgot. So to invite people, I just want to show you guys really quick. You go over here and you just go to invite, and then you would type their email in here and hit send. And so I've just invited my mom and my sister here, and then once she's in, I can transfer ownership to her. So that's pretty much it. I'm like, how you build a school community in literally less than 2 hours. It's really simple. You can use the graphics. I showed you guys. If you want to see my graphics, you can go and check those out. But that's how easy it is. You can create your own graphics, you can write your own copy, and you can literally do it in under 2 hours, and boom, like, now you can go and make money. And you can do it with a $9 membership, you can do it with $99, doesn't change that much. And so, yeah, like, there's absolutely no reason you guys shouldn't be going and just create your own community, go and find, like, something that you're passionate about, something you can teach, and build a community around it. You probably already know what that community would be around vaguely, and maybe you go and refine that promise. But hopefully this video was hopefully this video was valuable. I have been recording for a long time now, so I'm going to go and get a drink, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Oh, by the way, if you want to check out my free community or if you want to book a call with me, they're all down below. So I'll talk to you guys soon.